Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever we might find you today on this next installment of Partner Insights hosted by myself, Michelle Hodges. I am the Senior Vice President for Global Channels Alliances here at Ivanti, and I am so grateful to be joined by Lewis Dick today from Infinigate, the Alliances Director. Lewis, you want to introduce yourself a little bit and tell me about your role?
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for the intro, Michelle. And welcome all of your guys' attendance and viewership to this Partner Insights, wherever you are or whatever time zone we may find you in. As Michelle has mentioned, my name's Louis Dick. I am the Alliances Director for Infinigate UK. And essentially, what that means, as job titles don't always mean the same thing. In Infinigate, we are a secure solutions distributor with presence across EMEA. And we in the UK have three distinct pillars of products that we take to market. We have secure cloud, we have secure networks, and we have cybersecurity. My responsibility is the cybersecurity pillar and a few business units and technical teams that sit within that. So a big focus for me is not only managing the current go-to-market for the products that we currently distribute and support in the UK, but also looking outside of that to find other complementary technologies that we can bundle together and help take solutions such as Ivanti's platform to market in an even much more comprehensive manner to help increase footprint for Ivanti and increase customer acquisition for our partners.
Fantastic, thank you. Today, we're going to be talking a little bit about the unique relationship and value that distributors bring in a vendor's go-to-market. Right, you are one of our most strategic partners because of that value. We're ultimately going to end on solution selling because it's kind of for me at least, it's the critical piece of what you deliver to the market. But I'm just going to dive in and start asking some questions.
Yeah,
First,
go
I'll
ahead.
start, with our relationship. When I look at a relationship that is this large and this strategic, to me, the business plan is the most critical piece of that arrangement. How important is that business plan process to you in being able to deliver solutions to your reseller base and ultimately to our customers?
Yeah, great question. I mean, in distribution, we're in quite a unique spot because we're right in the middle of the procurement chain. So
Yeah.
we're doing extensive business planning with all of our vendor partners. I think that's absolute and non-negotiable. But equally, we're then taking that business plan and the deliverables that we are promising to our vendor community and trying to translate that into the language and go-to-market that our partners have, right? So it's almost like we've got two customers that we're trying to, keep happy and develop the businesses of. And, the way I like to keep business planning very simple. I think a business planning document or the process at the start is almost in some way an exercise where we can actually really get to know one another a little bit better. People's objectives, the overall corporate vision of that one of our vendors or our partners will change from year to year for all the right reasons, as businesses like to pivot and stay agile and move in slightly different focus areas. But ultimately, in my opinion, it starts with understanding exactly what good's going to look like from distribution in the eyes of our vendor, understanding what's working for them, where we can really double down, add resource and add muscle, and what's potentially not working and how we can put some brain power behind it and use our data and our intel and our channel, our relationships to help add more fire and more spark to the areas that maybe perhaps have been underperforming. So once we have a good understanding of that and we build a robust business plan and we build some accountability on all sides, then we need to start to take a look at our key strategic partners and also our white space partners for each of those vendors that we're planning with. And we, as a distributor, we have a wealth of knowledge and information in our systems, which usually can point us exactly where we need to be looking when it comes to Michelle's team have told Lewis and his team that we need to start looking down this vertical or this particular product line. Let's take a look at how we can execute that business plan. So maybe I'm going to look at all of the customer data we've got around that particular vertical we've been asked to explore. All of a sudden, our business plan with Ivanti starts to get some legs into some specific resellers and some specific specialists that can help execute on that. So for me, it's a very long way of saying business planning is of utmost importance. And if I'm honest, in distribution, all you're going to do is the old-fashioned pick up a phone and sell a product if you don't have a robust plan on both sides of the market.
Fantastic. So distribution is almost a historical word, right? I'm old enough that distributors used to stock physical goods, right? And they bore a lot of risk for me in terms of the stocking of that, extending credit, but also the logistics and the shipping of it. And so that's that word distribution of distributing. The evolution really brought on by the advent of the cloud and SaaS technologies, the evolution of distribution into becoming the ultimate solution seller, to me, has become a critical part of my success in what I do. So we talked a little bit about the value you offer me, right? But what about the value you offer resellers? And you're a perfect person to talk to about this, right? Because you are packaging up the solutions for this whole set of resellers for cybersecurity. So can you talk to me about how you do that and the value of solution selling in that process?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, as you said, distribution, it literally used to be a warehouse and a pricing mechanism, right? And I'm sure there's a need for that in some areas of the market. And then the term value-add distribution came along, and that's still very much the norm and the way that we would typically call ourselves. But as a business, we're actually starting to even look a little further afield and start to call ourselves a technology platform. As the primary focus for our business is all around SaaS and cloud-delivered solutions, we're looking at how to be efficient, how to take out any operational burden and reduce SLAs to almost immediate with self-serve portals and things like that for our reseller community. The whole world is moving into that type of model. We can pretty much manage our entire personal life on a small device in our pocket. So why can't business at least get a little closer to that type of model? So as a value-add distributor or a technology platform, I even use a phrase, market aggregator, because we can aggregate so much data to help bring life to a strategy, right? So all of those good tools of efficiency are great, but ultimately it still is a human interaction that drives a channel. And people want to hear from us as to what we feel is a good strategy for them to employ, but they also don't want just to hear about a product. They don't want us to the old-fashioned pick up the phone, you've got X amount of points margin in this, it'll be a good one for you to sell, mate. That doesn't necessarily work anymore. So we try to add value to our partners by understanding exactly their focus product line that they're currently selling, what type of customers they're currently selling to, and then we take a look at our own portfolio. So then we'll take a look at the Ivanti solution stack. We'll understand, okay, which parts of the Ivanti portfolio will easily fit into reseller A, B, and C's current go-to-market. We're hoping to therefore take away any additional learnings and pain or changes that reseller business may need to employ by taking on a new product and just slotting Ivanti in there. We then work tirelessly to enable them and make sure that they can start to see value with very little effort. Once that starts to happen, that business, or usually a senior decision maker, their ears prick up and they think, hang on a second, we need to take a little bit of a deeper look. And then we can plug some additional products in. And then the next thing we know, Ivanti is a central go-to-market for that reseller with little to no operational investment. And it's gone way and over and above just simply a little cross-sell that they used to do on some already existing sales methodologies. And if we were to simply ask them, what do you know about Ivanti? We can make you a load of money. Some resellers will listen, but the channel's grown up a little bit over the last decade and it's just not going to work.
Okay, I'm going to jump in and interrupt us there. It's been such a great conversation so far with Lewis Dick from Infinigate. However, when watching back this video, we just had so many great things to talk about. So we're going to take a quick break and then go to the second part of this conversation for the next episode of Partner Insights with me, Michelle Hodges. Thanks for watching.
Yeah.